It's hard to describe the horror of this revelation plainly. In early 2025, Boston Consulting Group, one of the most powerful and prestigious business consulting firms in the world, modeled a plan to relocate hundreds of thousands of Palestinians to Somalia. The plan was detailed in a complex spreadsheet that projected the cost of removing Gaza's civilians from their homeland, sending them to all over the world to countries like Somalia, Somaliland, Egypt, Jordan, and the UAE. Each nation was assigned a relocation cost per Palestinian. Some countries had lower costs than others. Rent, food, healthcare, temporary housing, it was all there, line by line, as if human displacement was just a matter of logistics. It's like they weren't talking about people, but data, numbers on a screen, not human beings with families and culture and history. BCG's model was circulated to U.S. officials and Middle Eastern governments, and at its core was one estimate. 25% of Gaza's population, more than 500,000 people, would agree to leave, and most would never return. By accepting the Gazans who relocate temporarily and voluntarily, a country will get an injection of population that will have an economic benefit that clearly could be significant. This wasn't a backroom plan. It was a polished document prepared by America's top corporate strategists, delivered to help realize the Trump administration's dream of turning Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East. So what did BCG actually do? Boston Consulting Group wasn't a bystander. It wasn't even just a vendor. It was an architect. Here's what we now know. BCG helped design the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, or GHF, the U.S. and Israeli-backed aid scheme now responsible for the deaths of nearly 2,000 Palestinians in less than 2 months. They worked closely with Israeli officials and U.S. security firms to plan and launch the system, which replaces the UN aid model with militarized U.S. staff distribution zones. Their team created the full GHF logistics plan, financial model, risk assessments, private contractor chain, and oversaw the construction of the first 4 sites. Then they went further. BCG consultants created internal plans for humanitarian transition areas, compounds where Gazans would be relocated and issued ID cards to access food. Critics called them concentration camps.